like to invite the abbot of Wat Thai of Los Angeles, Ate Mongkol Vite, to give the opening address in Thai.
ท่านพระเถรานุเถระและเจริญพรสาธุชนทั้งหลายวันวิสาขบูชาเป็นวันสำคัญของโลกเป็นวันประสูติตรัสรู้และปรินิพพานของพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าซึ่งน้อมตรงในวันเดียวกันอย่างน่าอัศจรรย์และเป็นวันที่องค์การสหประชาชาติประกาศยกย่องให้เป็นวันสำคัญสากลของโลกอันสะท้อนให้เห็นถึงความสำคัญของพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้ามหาบุรุษเอกของโลกผู้บังเกิดขึ้นมาเพื่อนำประโยชน์ใหญ่มาสู่มวลมนุษยชาติด้วยคำสอนนั้นเป็นความรู้สากลที่เป็นไปเพื่อความพ้นทุกข์และเข้าถึงความสุขได้อย่างแท้จริงในวันนี้เราพุทธบุตรจากทุกนิกายหลากหลายเชื้อชาติพุทธศาสนิกชนและแขกผู้มีเกียรติได้มาประชุมพร้อมกันเพื่อรำลึกถึงพระคุณอันยิ่งใหญ่ด้วยการปฏิบัติบูชาคือสวดมนต์แผ่เมตตาการทำสมาธิภาวนาและอามิสบูชาคือการถวายแสงสว่างแห่งประทีปเป็นพุทธบูชาอาตมาภาพขออนุโมทนาบุญต่อท่านทั้งหลายที่จะได้มาร่วมกันสร้างสันติภาพให้เกิดขึ้นในค่ำคืนให้เป็นสิริมงคลนี้ขอให้สันติสุขภายในจงบังเกิดขึ้นในกลางใจของทุกท่านและแผ่ขยายเป็นสันติภาพเกิดขึ้นแก่ครอบครัวสังคมประเทศชาติและโลกต่อไปอาตมาภาพขอเปิดงานวันวิสาขบูชาเป็นวันแห่งการตรัสรู้ธรรมของพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าณ บัดนี้ขอเจริญพร
Sadhu. Thank you. Now we'd like to invite Padran Mojava Vite to give the opening address.
Dear venerables, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday is the day we celebrate the Lord Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and passing to nirvana, which coincidentally on the same day, the full moon day of the 6th lunar month. It is also proclaimed as a universally important day by the United Nations. It reflects the significance of the Lord Buddha, who was a great man, born to share universal teachings with the world, so that humanity can discover a way out of suffering and realize the path to true happiness. Today, the venerables, the emulators of Lord Buddha's legacy, from every denomination, Buddhist community, and the distinctive guests of every belief and faith have come together to commemorate this virtual wisdom, purity, and grasp by practicing and offering veneration. We light the candles to pay respect to Lord Buddha, the most supreme teacher of humans and astral beings. May this night be the last one, where the clouds are illuminated by candlelight, and our minds are illuminated by the peace rising from within. I happily rejoice in your merit and good intention to come together this time, I am honored to open the Vesak ceremony, the day of the Lord Buddha's enlightenment. Thank you very much.
Sadhu. Thank you.
Now we would like to invite the Vice Abbot of the Dhammakai International Meditation Center, Prabhu Sotitamutin, to deliver the welcome address in English.
Your Excellency, the Most Venerable Para Pacharavite, senior monks and fellow monastics from all over Southern California, distinguished guests and meditators, ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors of all background belief. It is a pleasure to have you with us here this evening. On behalf of the Dhammakaya International Meditation Center, I would like to welcome all of you to this International Visakha Day celebration for 2024. More than 2,600 years, the Lord Buddha discovered the path to true happiness. It is the feeling of inner peace that lies within us and can be accessed by all human beings. Meditation is the key to feeling this sense of peace. By allowing the mind to settle on its own accord. The benefits of meditation are numberless, from feeling calm, joyful, safe, and secure, to being emotional, balanced, and stable, able to traverse the inevitable ups and downs of life with a sense of awareness and ease. During tonight's ceremony, we will have a chance to remember the Lord Buddha and the practice that have been passed down through his lineage by lighting candles, meditating together, spreading loving kindness to all beings, and recalling his virtue so that we may be blessed with happiness and success. I rejoice in your merit and welcome you again to the Dhammakaya Meditation Center, the night of peace that we gather here to celebrate the Buddha Visakha Day. Thank you so much.
Sadhu, thank you very much, Prabhu Sotitamutin. Next, we would like to invite Dr. Elaine Doherty, Professor and Lecturer at Kinesiology and Health Promotion Department from California Polytechnic State University, Pomona, and co-director of the Mind and Heart Research Lab at Cal Poly Pomona, to please come forward and say a few words. Please give Dr. Elaine a warm welcome. This is such a beautiful evening and a beautiful event, and I am so very honored and humbled to be here, to be your speaker tonight, and just a very, very, very heartfelt thank you to be here at Dhammakaya International Meditation Center, celebrating Vesak Day, the Lord Buddha's birth, enlightenment, passing to Nirvana. So I've been asked to give a talk on why is meditation important in today's world. And as we celebrate Vesak Day, to honor Buddha's gift to the world in the form of meditation as a path to enlightenment, I think it's helpful to just understand not the concept of enlightenment. We know that from our experience, but just the word itself, itself means light within. But how do we access that light? How does that light change us? So I'm just going to start with a tiny little story here, and this is spoken of in very different cultures in different ways, but I'm going to tell a story with a little boy and an elder, and the little boy is speaking about his inner world, and he describes his inner world as being governed by two tigers, and there was one tiger that is full of happiness and joy and love and compassion and behaves from that space, and another tiger that is full of anxiety and stress and hate and judgment. The little boy wants to know which tiger wins, which tiger is able to take care of over his inner world. And so he asks the elder, and the elder says, well, that's easy. It's the one that you feed. So I'd like to put this in a little bit of context. My specialty is in psychophysiology, or how the science of how our bodies and minds change through transformation. And the truth is that every moment of every day we're transforming, whether we know it or not, and whether we like it or not, and actually whether it's a good transformation or not. We are always changing. As humans, we are systems of adaptation. That means we change to every moment's experience. Every moment's experience carries an imprint on our whole body and brain and psyche and soul. And then every imprint, the more often we have those imprints, the better we get at living up to those imprints, whether it's good or bad. So that's the first piece. The second piece is that every single one of us, deep inside of us, has a point of peace, a point of light deep within us that can form us, can transform us. It can transform us personally. It can transform us relationally. It can transform us on a worldly level. And the problem is that most people have no idea how to access that point of peace and light, and in fact do the opposite. By the digital overload, by our world every moment of every day, by our fast-paced world, 24/7 activation of inner chaos that many people in our world experience, are just adapting to that. We're just adapting to more and more inner chaos and more of a chaotic feeling within. And because our world is becoming so much more full of those moments of stress and those moments of anxiety, and not with any break out of our whole day, moments of our day, it is now up to us, more than maybe any other time in human history, that we have to be intentional about creating those moments of calm. We need to be intentional about creating those moments of coming back to our center, coming back to that place of peace. Because if we don't, then we're just, our bodies and our brains and our worlds and our relationships are going to transform into those state of chaos. So how do we do that? One vision I have is my husband and I were thinking about buying some land in a very, very remote part of Hawaii, and we were trying to go through it was very, 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 very dense jungle, and we were trying to get to the middle of this piece of property, and we couldn't. It was so dense that we couldn't get it. We were climbing through, and it was dark, and I would lose him, and he would lose me. And to me, that's the analogy of so many of our inner worlds. And what meditation does is it provides that path. It cuts out the path that we have to be able to reach that center and to be able to reach that light. So meditation changes us personally. It's our own path to enlightenment. It leads us to that point of light, to the love and the peace and compassion deep within us. But when we begin to change, we actually begin to change the people around us.